Hello everyone, I'm Brian Alden. I'm joined today by head women's golf coach Matt Zedrick. And Matt, coming off a tournament 2 weekends ago, we've had a weekend off, but talk about the tournament you guys played in down at Ball State 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we were at Ball State. It was a pretty good field, a lot of MAC schools, some other schools kind of from the surrounding areas. It was a good field, pretty tough golf course. It was a good test. It was our first 54-hole event of the season, so it was a good challenge for the girls there. And we had some good numbers overall, but it definitely had some room to improve as well.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about it before we got started today, and coming up with some pretty decent scores. All time in school history, you had a top 10 score for 36 hole, top 10 score in 54 hole. What was it about kind of the girls that weekend that kind of under the radar scoring for them?
Sure, I think overall it's just there's starting to be a little bit more consistency in how they're playing on any given day. There weren't any, I wouldn't say there were any points that really stood out or really different than normal, but it was more just consistency. We started to eliminate some of the bigger numbers. We kept par in the equation on most holes and really just kind of limited the damage.
And this weekend, you guys are heading to Ohio for a Youngstown State Invitational. What can you tell me about the tournament, and who are you taking this weekend?
Sure. A little bit smaller field than what we've played in so far. It's a really good golf course, so it's Pete Dye design. So it's going to be a golf course that is going to challenge you off the tee with a lot of bunkering and water hazards. There's going to be a lot of bunkering on the green, around the greens. The greens will be very undulating. But kind of with Pete Dye designs, there's going to be a lot of scoring opportunities, and then there's going to be a lot of holes where you really just want to come out with a par. So it'll be a good test of golf for us. It'll kind of show us where we're at. As far as lineup goes, we're going to have Brenna Sherwood, Madison Chestnut, Candy Keller, Monica Dorner, and Jenna Karosky. And then we'll be taking an individual as well, Paige Bird.
And speaking of Jenna, this is her first time you're taking her as a team member. What have you seen from her since the last tournament to allow her to qualify for the squad this weekend?
Sure. Again, it's just kind of been a consistency sort of thing. She's starting to show a little bit more consistency during the qualifying rounds, a little bit more resiliency and bouncing back from having a bad hole and kind of getting her round back on track. And really short game wise, she's probably one of our better short game players on the team, and it's really starting to show with her scores.
All right, Coach, and we look forward to seeing the results from this weekend, and you can find all the results on gomastodons.com. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Brian.